My mom, 49F, and her fiancé, 52M, invited my husband, 30M, and I, 27F, to a lunch this past Saturday. The invitation to the lunch was made over dinner a week before. At the time we had agreed to the lunch while knowing my SIL had also made plans that same day that we were invited to. We opted to go for the lunch over the SIL's plans, pickleball and day drinking by the pool, at the time, but about 2 days later my husband decided he wanted to go to SIL instead. I, on the other hand, was not keen to do that and had expressed this to my mom, telling her it was likely that neither of us would attend her lunch plans because my husband wanted to see his sister and I wanted to just stay home. This conversation happened several times throughout the week leading up to their lunch plans on Saturday. On the Tuesday, my mom's fiancé messaged my husband to let him know that he had ordered enough prawns for 10 people for the lunch and that we were to organize crayfish and a side dish. My husband responded that he would not be making it anymore. Mom's fiancé, obviously annoyed, said not to worry and that he would invite other friends instead. As the week went on, my mom kept asking for confirmation if we would make it, and I would tell her, please don't cater for us, as I don't want to commit to coming in case I don't. SL's plans were in the morning, and by the time her event came to an end we would have been able to make it to their lunch. However, we were too tired from being in the sun most of the morning. We also have a 3-month-old daughter, so times the exhaustion by 3. On the day, though, I told my mom that if we were up to it we might pop in, but if not I would let her know, and she seemed fine with that. Anyway, I did let her know we weren't going to make it and we left it at that. 3 days later today, my mom messaged my husband telling him that he owes her 600 rand for the prawns that were not cooked on Saturday as they were ordered specifically for us. The prawns had been sitting in her fridge since Saturday defrosted. I called my mom asking what she was talking about, and she then said that her fiancé was livid that we did not come to the lunch and that they expect us to pick up the uncooked prawns and pay them this 600 rand. My husband and I were dumbfounded. I don't think it's our responsibility to cough up the money when they had been given more than enough warnings that we would likely not make it. Also, before anyone says, yeah, well, they order the prawns, it was a regular store where even if an order had been placed, it would make no difference if you went there and simply decided to purchase less for the day instead. They only picked the prawns up on the day of the lunch. I had also made it clear to them that in the event that we did join their lunch, we would stop at the store before coming over to bring enough for us so that they didn't under/overcater. My mom is now saying that it's less about the money and more about the principle that we didn't commit to plans. My issue is that firstly, if we knew we were expected to pay for these dumbass prawns, why was this not mentioned sooner? She literally told my husband to pick them up and leave the cash on her kitchen counter. My husband wants to keep the peace by just giving them the cash and collecting the prawns but never making future plans with them again to avoid any surprise invoices from them again. But I feel very strongly about not giving into their childish behavior and letting them think this is okay. Both of us are still scratching our heads wondering if we're missing something because we both feel like this is not on us to foot the bill for their food. Are we the assholes if we don't pay for the prawns? Are you seeing anything from this story that we might be missing? A different perspective would help if we are somehow in the wrong.